there are some months, all of us, we resonate with particular reader or one or two of them. Even I do this. And I mean, if you don't find the messages, maybe I'm just not the right messenger, but I'm sure many of the other tarot readers would be there available, and they will have the right message for you, the one that you resonate with. So I can obviously not get everything for everyone through. Anyway, now here, what we have in October for you. The good news is that the tough times, I would say, the squares astrologically, the retrograde planets, they're gone forward now. And I don't know if this is a leftover from the previous month or the previous couple of months, but I do see you still sort of worrisome, and in a way, I mean here you are still worrisome, and here as well. It's obvious that you are a bit protective, and even though there is no reason, actually I can see that there is no reason anymore for you to be so protective. Maybe it is just still that stalemate, but before you ease up and cheer up again. Now I would take you, and really pretty much I would take you either a couple of months ago or a couple of weeks ago, where you couldn't make up your mind about something, and it is obvious that you were in a situation where you were prepared to draw a line around, like, you know, to make your mark on the world and say, here, that's my bit, that's my space. And here we've got the Four of Wands, and both of them are turned in the reverse for the month of October. And because the Two of Swords is in the reverse, those are the reversed cards, and I just wanted to point out to them because you seem to be dropping it. Yeah, I just had to make the connection between, see, here you have the circle and here you have the circle as well. And it feels to me like your own space, the circle that you draw around yourself, be it your house, be it your property, be it the place where you live, be it the office where you work. And you as if you couldn't make up your mind where exactly to draw that circle, where exactly you were. I mean, and even here we have it in two, and let's pop this one in the middle, and here you are already very very dual, like, shall I go for this one or shall I go for this one? And you seem to be also blindfolded, and you couldn't make up your mind. This one feels more secure and more homey, and it's warm, and the fire is on and all of it, and there is shelter nearby. Where is this one? This one is really a completely new, it's like a windfall where you say, oh my goodness, this is just such an amazing thing. I always wanted to have it. Now, all this in October comes up in the reverse. Okay. And now for some of you, certainly this could be, as I said, you could have been trying to make up your mind in regard to relationship, shall I draw here my circle? Is that going to be my revier, my let's mark my place, or shall I mark it here? Or is this my area of work, or shall I do it there? And as if you were not really, you were short of information exactly. And that was the only reason why you couldn't make your mind up. Now, as a matter of fact, as if you still worry about it, this is why I said, as if there is some leftovers, right? And either way, you probably draw a line somewhere. You did draw that line somewhere. And because I see you protecting it in October, and once protecting it up here and twice protecting it down here. But there is a difference. There is a difference between this sort of a protecting and this one down here. I find in October, coming from here, I find that from a worry, instead of a worry, you will decide to turn it into a creative and constructive, let's say, situation. Because I can feel that for some of you really could be an office situation, but for many of you it's also a relationship. I don't really experience it that much like a home situation, like a domestic one, say with family members, but it is possible for some of you to be a domestic family situation. And I see you say you made your mind up and you draw the circle around here and you said, okay, so this is my focus now, that's my revier, this is that's my area, this is what I'm going for, and I'm going to work on this one. And let's say in the office or with some clients, you focus on that project, you don't focus on the other one. You focus on one and you start being protective of it. The only thing is you don't share with others. You seem to be focused on doing it on your own. It's like, I'm going to, this is my job, so I'm going to finish this one on my, you're sort of, not really. You're pushing everyone else who wants to come and join, because obviously there are quite a few willing to help, but we don't know. You would know better how much of a help that would be, and why you don't want them to help, or why are you so protective of this situation, or of this project, or let's say of your lover. Now, I don't see in particular people here, but this is what you do. And suddenly or not suddenly, what the cards are telling me, and the suggestion that they're giving me, instead of trying to fight, because look, there are quite a few, okay, and that's the message, the main message of the cards. There are quite a few, and sooner or later you will have to give up. They will start pushing you back and back and back and back, and then at a point, because you're alone, and there are quite a few, I can see 1, 2, 3 here, and if we have to count the sticks here, then there are even more. So at a point, they will make it up here. At a point, they will make it up here, and you will not be protected. You will not be able to protect your treasure any further, right? Because see, you're protecting your treasure. You're doing it. You're protecting it. whatever that is, your loved ones, your lover, your project, your business, your something. Now, the suggestion of the cards for the month of October is you will be way more successful if you turn your worry, that worry here that we see, and that sort of protectiveness and pushing away everyone that tries to help again, in whatever way, to play it cleverer, drop the worry away, and start be clever. Clever in what way? First of all these people that you see here, involve them because you're the clever one. It's your reading. That's why you're the clever one. I'm sure the others are just as clever. It's your reading, and that's the suggestion. That would be the right thing, to involve them in a constructive, creative, not fight, discussion. Let's say discussion. Look, everyone is sort of open, but look, if you have a look on their faces, they're actually having fun. They're like little children having fun, and just for the sake of the game that they're measuring their powers. And this is exactly what you should do with all these people here, whoever they are. It may be only one or two, okay? But if you really want to sort of make it and keep the situation in a most look, this is the best card, and I was about to come up to it, but this is what you actually in the whole now have a look around. This is what you protect. This is where you couldn't make your mind up, and then eventually in October you do, because it comes in the reverse, and you mark your reveal and you say, okay, so this is my reveal now. This is what I have to protect. The Ace of Cups. Well, the Ace of Cups is one of the most beautiful cards in the tarot deck. It speaks of happiness. It speaks of abundance. All the waterproofing down the cup. It speaks of emotions. It speaks of having beauty, of having wealth, of having friends, of having love in first place. It speaks volumes, and this is what you want to protect. Now, each their own. For some of you, that treasure that you protect here, this same treasure is, let's say, your business, that one project, or at the office, that one thing, that one idea that you need to refine and polish, and you're just trying to protect it, so no one, and you're worried that someone else might steal it, or just then pretend that was their achievement, or something like that. Or maybe this is your loved one that say you just recently started this relationship, and it is someone that is quite popular and everyone would like to be with them. Let's put it this way. It's just a very superficial way of thinking, but for some of you this might as well apply. And it is something that you treasure, something that you, or let's say it can be a property, it can be anything, it can be a client, but it is something that it's very important to you and very dear to your heart. So now what the cards are suggesting is, as I said, involve them first of all in a creative discussion. You will distract them. That's one thing. And then the other thing is they will get distracted. They will get distracted into something that they will lose the focus for this. because they will be too involved in that whatever it is you come up with. You should come up with something and get them involved. And the other suggestion is as well, one will come out winner in this case. And since it is your reading, I suppose it will be you, my dear Aries. The only little, and the way you will be the winner, and the way you will get the award, the award, whatever the award may be. May it be a person, a client, a project, a pay rise, a what is it? Some sort of business recognition, you know, stepping up the career ladder, whatever that might be. It looks like the winner will be you. But the suggestion is some things a little too pricey. So the only thing you need to be careful with this is to be careful how and what price are you going to pay for this, because some prices are just not worth paying, right? Let's say paying with your dignity won't be the greatest. I mean, I wouldn't go for it. But either way, they are giving you a suggestion how to get there, you already sort of have it, but now you worry, okay, how do I keep it? How do I keep it for myself? How do I keep that position that I achieved? Because maybe there are many other people aiming for that position. Well, this is it. Get them in a creative discussion, creative and healthy and maybe a little heated. And this is how you will win it. That will be as well a fair way of winning it. You know, this is, look, you're all involved here. Everyone has only one stick. And it isn't like one is alone here and everyone is trying to push them away. That's not the greatest way to do it. This is the right way. And that's the message basically coming through the cards for you, my dear Aries. You can apply it to your love situation, you can apply it to your family. I mean, say if those are family members, for few of you is probably your family members. Well, don't stand on a high horse or on a high mountain and push them all down and try to think to just like, oh, I know it all and it go my way, and I know how to take care of the family, and I know how to provide, and this is how am I going to do my... No, involve them all, and then look, then it will either way be yours. So this is it, my dear Aries. It actually isn't bad. It is going to be, looks like a busy month, but the worries shall not touch you. They're not touching you. It's just rather you a worry for the sake of worry. But the ways are there, and you will have them, and you will see them, and you will mark your reverie. You will mark your area.